everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Packers coming in at 11-2, going up against the Bengals, who come in at 6-7. With that, it's out to a frozen tundra and a snowy Lambeau Field. That's where we'll find our commentating team of Brandon Guy and Charles Davis.
Larry, there's just something that feels right about a snowy day for football in Wisconsin, and that's what we have here on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Now a play fake here on first down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down.
All right, here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Muscles him off. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Second and 5. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. James has got it. Complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The numbers for James from last week. 4 catches, 96 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Person. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Now a handoff looking right. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
To throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Horn. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League, there's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
All right, here we go. Back to the
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. The penalty on first down backs him up 5. It's now first down at 15. And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The penalty really backs up the offense here on first down. Now 20 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out. And this is going to be Packer football.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And that last drive, a long drive, and not just that, they had a... Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. Yes. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got room. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. In the red zone this time. They'll run it now out of the gun. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Throw here out of the gun. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now the try here for the point after. And it is now 21-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They're going to look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he floats one there, incomplete. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Packers are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Bengals won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, Vaughn's found coming across the middle. And he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Set up now 3rd and 7. The hurry throw would be picked off. Grant's going to run it back for the touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. Bengals have it midway through the second. The ball's going to come out on the run. Offense out now after the fumble. Pass will be completed over the middle. And he capped off the long drive with the TD. Lead grows to 21. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question...
Watch right there, watch right there. Let's go, D. Double tight, guys, double tight. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go now. Green, 30.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
But that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught at the 7. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Now back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense.
And after the made field goal, Murray back out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First throw now for the backup Breeze. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff as they run left side. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now they try the right side here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And James has it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Set. Blue
give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now it's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Breeze. He finds an opening past the 40, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll set up to throw. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Really nice starting for the offensive unit. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can...
And after the made field goal, Murray back out there to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
slides to avoid the hit. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Check number 6. Check number 6. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And the passing game.
Double tight. Double tight. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they try the right side here. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Packers, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.